Good morning. My name is Tyrone McLean. In my last speech, I discussed cocaine and its effects in different parts of the world, i.e. in America and other places. Today I'm going to bring it a little closer to home and talk about how it affects families, communities, and why the farmers produce and manufacture the cocaine in the first place. Um, to start off, how it affects families. I'll tell you a story about a family that I spent some time with back home when I was in Miami, Florida. DB and Tiff. The father is DB, the wife is Tiff. They're married now. They weren't when I first met them. The son in the picture is Luciano. Family looks like a normal family. Does everybody agree? Both of the parents actually heavily abused crack cocaine. During one incident, Tiffany took her truck, the 2010 Denali truck, and drove it into a grill and through a window of another friend of mine's house because her husband said that she couldn't spend her son's money on crack. Now it's a story we all laugh about. At the time that it happened, it was kind of like, what do we do? Later on that year, they sold me one of their houses and moved to New Mexico. In New Mexico, Tiffany and a friend of hers got into an argument, and her friend called the police. During all the fighting and arguing and whatnot, the police came and they searched the truck and found drug paraphernalia in the car and they took Luciano away. Both of the parents had to go to rehab to get her back. They're now married and they travel back and forth between Mexico and Hollywood. How it affects communities. The name you see here, Heston, Herson, those are my two of my older brothers. They died on February 1st, 2011. According to the police sources and the Sun Sentinel article that was written, the police say that they were in a squad car and saw them handling cocaine through the window downstairs in the townhome. When they walked out and they went to the car, they surrounded the car. They say my brother Person tried to, or they say he did run over an officer with his car, and the other officers that were surrounding opened fire on the car. They shot Hudson in his eye and in his chest. Hudson got out, tried to run, and shot him in his back. Another brother of mine, John Jr., he was sentenced to 3 years in jail in 2010 for conspiracy to sell cocaine and another charge that was here. They don't really specify. But he was on cops may be looking for one house and go to the wrong house. They may be looking for one person and go and run across the wrong person, and stuff just happens. Nobody wants to live in an area like that. It affects the entire community, from the children to the elderly. Farmers. The cocaine that the police are looking for comes from farmers in Southern American countries, Peru, Bolivia, and Colombia. These farmers try to support their families. They try to make a living for themselves as well. Profit. According to an article by Jay McDermott in 2008, he wrote that a Colombian farmer can sell a kilogram of cocaine for $1,000 and make $400 of that. He was profit, which is twice the monthly income for a minimum wage. Another article by Jay Chang said that guerrilla factions will come up to some of these farmers and offer them protection from government agencies and other factions that may try to harm them, just for them to produce and manufacture their cocaine so they can ship it out and distribute it. These farmers may only be trying to make a living for themselves, just to feed their family because there's nothing else that grows there. And they may be just trying to make a living for themselves, but it has an extreme impact on families and communities here. You have protests like this going on where you have people saying don't shoot. And these are just innocent people who don't want to be shot by police for being maybe in an area that may be infested with cocaine, crack, and other drugs. How can we avoid this from happening? I'm 22 now. I've seen things that involve cocaine practically all my life. The only thing that we really can do is being active, being aware, and avoiding situations where you could be stuck in those predicaments. Being active, there's programs like DARE, Neighborhood Watch, and things of that nature that you can get involved in, where if you see activities like that going on, it's not just if you see somebody breaking into somebody's house, you could see shady characters being around, or people that you know do not live in that area and they're just all of a sudden around all the time. And call police and let them handle the situation as fast as possible. Hopefully they handle it in a peaceful manner rather than in a violent manner. Being aware, there's drugs everywhere. Don't go around thinking, oh, that doesn't affect me, or no, the people around don't use it. Or something happens with a family member of yours. And avoiding situations. Everybody travels, everybody has friends. Before you get into a car with any of your friends, make sure that they don't have anything. Or if you have somebody get into your car, make sure they don't have anything. Because if the police pull you over, you're still going to jail as if it was yours. So thank you for your time, and keep these three things in mind when you're out.